Hello. Oh my gosh, I just got over here in the studio and I'm sitting on something that's brand new. I don't know which one we're doing first, but hey, I'm Suzanne Runyon. Here's what we're doing in this hour. It's all about self-care. You know, sometimes we just gotta take care of ourselves, right? We take care of everybody else in our lives, and sometimes we just gotta find stuff for ourselves. This is incredible. And I've just sat on it for the first time 1 second ago. Oh my gosh, this is great. This is Dr. Pillow, and it's the Posture Pro Lumbar Support System. Now, here's what's kind of crazy. This is a weekly deal drop. We're launching it tonight. The price ends tomorrow. You literally have 24 hours to take advantage of it. Here's what's shocking. How many of us, I don't care if you're a crafter like I am and I sit for hours, or you work from home, or you work from the office, and what do? We tend to go schmwa, right? And our lower lumbar really starts to drive us crazy. It starts to hurt, quite frankly. It gets achy. If you're sitting for hours and hours, or even for a little bit, this basically works on any chair. It could be an office chair where we're doing it on a fancy chair, and it gives you that proper posture so you're not slumping over, and a whole lot more. We'll get into the details in just a moment, but it really feels amazing. Like, I'm shocked at just how, I don't know, upright I feel sitting in it. So we'll get to that in just a second. But then we're going to talk about this. Dr. Ho is joining us. Dr. Ho has literally taken care of thousands and thousands of patients as a chiropractor. He's known throughout the world, and he brings us these really amazing products. This one we have not seen since February. It's sold out in February completely, and we finally got it back tonight on the air. What is it all about? It's called the Motion Sizer. It's free shipping and handling. And it's so fascinating because it provides passive motion exercise through gentle vibrations. So here's what's weird. Believe it or not, you're actually getting exercise just by putting your feet on it. How cool is that? He's gonna explain it all. And stick around, it's really amazing to learn kind of the uniqueness of how it works. But basically it moves your joints and pumps your muscles from your feet up to your hips while you sit and you relax. So it's pumping your muscles for you. Instead of you having to do crazy stuff, it's actually doing the work for you. And there's a whole lot of other benefits that he'll share with you in just a moment. So please stick around. We will both be using it. I can definitely use it because my toes are crunched into this boot. But first and foremost, let's talk about Copper Life by Tommy Copper. I have been a huge fan of Tommy Copper. Miss Laura Baker knows I'm a huge fan of Tommy Copper. I've been wearing it since they first launched the stuff. Even before, Laura, we had it on the air, I've been wearing Tommy Copper. I'm a massive believer in it. I just literally had shipped to me a knee wrap pad. I had a knee pad come ship in copper because I believe in it that much. And we have back here on the air, and I'm thrilled to see it back, a huge customer pick, come on in, and it is our adjustable back support belt. And look at the price on this tonight, Laura, $39.99. And of course, we have 5 flex all weekend long as we fall into fall. So Laura Baker, welcome back.
Thank you.
Laura brings us lots of different products, many of them healthy benefit products for our life, although she does do a little NFL with me sometimes too. And we're getting close to that time.
We have a show coming up soon.
We do have a show coming up. In fact, I'm going up to get the Today's Special before I leave tonight, so I'm very excited about it. But anyway, this has been one of the most popular items. And why do you think it's become a huge customer pick?
I think it's because we all have back problems, right? And it's one of those things that is so simple to use. You just put it on your body and your back immediately starts to feel that relief, and it gives you that support. How many of us are trying to find different things to make our back feel better, especially that lower lumbar system, right? This is very simple. It is truly just a belt, and it's intuitive entirely. So what happens here is you have the initial back support right here with that lumbar support. So when you put it on, you can put it on a little bit lower, you can put it a little bit higher, anywhere in that middle area that's really starting to bother you, right? And then you pull that as tight as you want to. So right away, I start to feel relief just by doing that. But we did something different. A lot of belts just have that first layer. Look what we did. We gave you an additional layer of really strong support with more stabilization. So you take these bands and you pull them like this, and immediately your lower back starts to feel all of that support in this entire area, and it starts to just melt away all of that just ickiness that's built up inside.
Let's jump into sizing.
Yes.
And again, if you have a second and you want to go to hsn.com, please read the reviews. I mean, people rave about this product. It's a huge customer pick because we all can relate to it. And it's, even if you don't have a bad back, how many things do you not do anymore, i.e. gardening, maybe trying to go out and swing that golf club a little more, simply because you can't do it because your back's bothering you.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you have a job.
Or playing with the grandkids.
Or you have a job that requires you to lift things. You've got to have some kind of extra support because you'll really regret not being proactive when you get older. But let's talk sizing if someone wants to order it right now.
So this is really easy. So it's dual sizing. It's small, medium, and then that's a 28 to 34 inch circumference around the waist. Okay, the large, extra large is a 36 to 42 inch circumference around the waist, and the 2X, 3X, you can see it on your screen, is a 44 to 50 inch waist. Okay, just so you know, the 2X, 3X is always the first to sell out for us. We are always on wait for those. We have them in stock right now. I don't want to step on your toes or anything.
No,
but that's just exactly how it goes, and that's just how it is with us, right? It's really nice. So if you're in those areas, don't fret too much, okay? So if you know that your inch circumference, your waist circumference is a 32, you're gonna be a small, medium, don't worry about it. It's going to fit you great. And especially because it has all of that Velcro in there. So notice how you have the Velcro on one side. This entire area here, it will attach to. So a smaller area, you could really make it smaller, and then the larger area, you can make it bigger. I am gonna take this off because I wanna show you the inside of it, okay? So this is what I'm talking about with the different lumbar support systems that are in here. So notice how it's stretchy in the middle here. So this is that first base layer of giving you that support. But then in addition, there's actual bars. There's 5 of them that are encompassed in a really cushy, almost like a scuba pattern fabric material right there. So it's never going to dig in, but this actually helps with all the stabilizers, and this is what helps to stabilize your body in the back. So there's 5 of them that go from the waist and then across your lower back in that area. This is what really begins to help put your body into place and align your lower back to help relieve all the pressure on your core. We talk about back pain a lot around here. 80% of people complain about back pain in their life, 80%, right? And most of us are trying to find ways to, help feel better. And I like that you talked about picking up packages and heavy things. You know when it bothers me? It's a lot of people talk about gardening. It's that too. Vacuuming for me just absolutely kills my lower back. For my mom, it's going to the movies. Right? Because she has really bad back problems, and to sit in a chair for 2.5 hours is practically impossible, or being in a car for a long ride, right? This is going to help you with all of those different things, and what's nice is that it's slim, so you can actually put it underneath your clothing.
I was going to say that too. Donna could literally take her shirt and put it on top of it, and you can easily wear it, and not even know you have it on.
And not know.
So there's 2 things. Number 1, I love it's flexible. Yes. So a lot of times these back support systems, they're so darn rigid, you can't even bend over. Or if you bend over, it pinches somewhere or rubs hard. Number 2, true story, I have not babysat a baby in 100 years, right? My son's 27 years old. I have not had to lift a baby, and I forgot how much bending that was and how much back pressure.
And when they start crawling, you're really bending,
right? But can I tell you, just getting them out of the playpen, out of the pack and play. So I had to babysit for 2 nights my great niece, right? And by night 2, I could barely move. My back was shot because I forgot what it was like to get that low and do it 100 million times. When you're young in your late 20s and 30s, you're like, oh, that's nothing, put the baby here. But for a little older and you haven't done it in a while, it was a workout, and my back was screaming by day 2. So if you know anybody, grandmas out there you're gonna be a new grandma, I'm telling you, invest in this because you forgot what it's like to lift a baby from the ground all the way up 100 million times. Little FYI. Also, there's copper zinc technology in here.
I want to explain why that's energy technology. By the way, I have it on now underneath here. I want you to see. So when I was talking about you can hide it, and you completely put it underneath your normal clothing, and nobody has any idea that you're wearing it there. That Copper's energy technology is our patented technology that's coming to you from Copper Life and Tommy Copper, right? And one of the things that it really does for you is it helps to reduce the odor-causing bacteria that grows on fabric. So this isn't going to smell. It's also moisture wicking, so it's going to help keep you dry. And I love that we talk about different things. It helps to recover the aches and pains and muscle soreness in your body, so you start to feel better faster. That compression relief starts to relieve your body there as well. And then of course it gives you that all-day comfort. We want you to be able to wear something that's all day. My mom actually has some pretty bad back problems, as I mentioned, and she has a medical back brace that is $400. $400. It has all these cords all around it. It gets all tangled. She can't put it on by herself. She can't take it off by herself. And it's really challenging, right? Just to even go to the bathroom, you have to completely readjust the entire thing. This is the one that she uses because it's so easy to put on, and she's getting that relief.
And it keeps her back in life's game.
Exactly.
Instead of being sedentary and not doing stuff, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I can do that again. Also, quickly, wicking, huge, huge, huge. You thought you're gonna be sweaty in this, like a lot of them, you're not. Also, anti-odor technologies built in, so it's not gonna stink because you're gonna have it against your skin typically. Although if you put a little light fin tee underneath it and put it over it, that's great, and then put your top on. But again, that's some important points that you only find if you're buying the Copper Life from Tommy Copper. Great company, great name. You're not going very far because we're gonna continue on to another item that I 300% believe in. And here's why. I play a ton of tennis. I talk about it a lot. I love tennis. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I'm gonna keep playing it as long as I can, daggone it. But what happened was I was having really serious back issues. And I mean, serious. Like I would get this pinch and oh my gosh, I would have to just sort of warm up my day every day. And I was like, wow. And then I'd finally kind of get going. So I started using a TENS unit. The problem I have with other units I've had in the past, the reason I discovered I would not use it very often was because it had a bunch of cords. And the cords made me crazy because they were all over the place. I would get tangled in them. And then I went cordless, and that was the game changer. I switched to a cordless TENS unit. Literally, I would have it on, Laura, and forget. I would get down to the tennis courts before tennis, and I go, oh my gosh, I'm still wearing it. That's so funny. I drove in it everywhere. And do you know, this is my personal experience, it solved the problem.
Did it really?
Solved the problem.
You are one of so many people that I talk about. I was talking about my mom just a minute ago. She has a friend, Sue, who bought this, and she started telling all of her friends about it because of the same thing, because she was having
game changer.
It's such a game changer. Yeah. Okay, so we were talking about pain, right? What's nice about with the back brace is that it's good for your lower back. This can be good for your back or your upper back or your shoulders or your arm or your legs or your knee. It can use it almost anywhere on your body except avoid your heart and your thyroid. This is a TENS unit. That stands for transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. I know that's a super complicated way. Here's what happens. It basically sends a pulse into your joints and your muscles to help relieve them, to help take away that stress, and it prevents the message of pain from getting from here up into your brain. So it's sort of this, it just blocks that message from happening. And all the meantime, you're starting to feel better here as well. So the more you use it, the less you're going to be reaching for it. Notice what's happening right here. You can actually see, so there's 6 different modes here. Some of them are a little bit slower than others, but you can see how it's going through into my elbow and how it actually changes right there. And then there's 20 different intensity levels. So I just cranked it up. And cranking it up means it actually goes all the way into my hand. So notice how my fingers, you can see how it tightens up right there, but it even goes into my fingers here, and then my fingers release, release, release. So now it's getting tighter, 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 and then it's gonna release here in a second. So this is one of the modes that it does that, but it's really comfortable. I know it looks a little bit different, but this is not, there's no pain in this, right? Like it's helping to relieve the pain. So just like all of our Tommy Copper products, help to relieve those aches, help to relieve the soreness, and it feels like a massage just going right through your joints and your muscles too.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the story. You're getting the control device itself, and you're getting 2 reusable pads. Now, how often can I use the pads before I need new ones? Everybody always wants to know that.
Yeah, so each of these pads is good for 50 uses. Each one. Here's a trick to it, okay? So each of the pads they come first of all wrapped, but once you unwrap them, they have this little plastic right here. Keep this plastic, because when you're not using it, this is how you're going to store it on top of this in order to keep it clean. You want to use it longer, you're going to use it on clean, dry skin, no oils on your skin, no lotions on your skin. So if you're like me, I put lotion on the minute I get out of the shower. Just clean that little area before you put this on, and then it will last you even longer. If it starts to get a little bit grimy, take a wet washcloth, that's all you need to do, wash it, reattach it to this, and it'll be good again for up to about 50 uses. You and your husband can share it, you and the kids can share it. Between both of the pads, you have 100 therapy sessions in this box alone.
And if you ever have had, I was introduced to TENS through my chiropractor originally.
Yeah, me too.
And I would go for specifically to get the TENS unit, and it cost me every single time, and it cost a lot of money. And the other units that are out there that I've tried in the past, I think the reason, I had an aha moment. I couldn't figure out why I wouldn't use the corded ones, because I've had corded ones in the past, but I just wouldn't use them on a regular basis. When I got the cordless, it was night and day. All of a sudden, I realized I didn't like the cumbersomeness of all those darn cords.
You're not tethered.
Yeah, you're not stuck, you're not tethered. The cords aren't hanging everywhere. I'm not getting caught in them. When you go cordless, that makes it now the easiest way to get TENS and do it anywhere. Literally, I would put it on my back, I would get dressed, I would head down, drive my car to the tennis courts, and I'd get all the way down there, and it has a timer, so it would go off. And I'd be warming up, and I'd think, oh, I still have it on, and I'd reach back, and I'd pull it off, and I always took the plastic thing with me and put it on there. And it was a game changer for me. It literally, it was the consistent use of it. The problem is people get a TENS with the cords, and because it's so complicated and it's all over the place, you only use it once or twice, and then you can't figure out why you don't really want to use it.
Well, and you have to sit there, right? So you can't go and do laundry. You can't go and do that. You can't do dishes. You can't like vacuum. You can't do anything. You have to sit there when it's corded and use it that entire time. And what happened, most of us don't sit in one place for 30 minutes very often, right? We're multitasking. We're doing the dinner. We're doing other things. We're answering the door. We're checking mail. We're doing work. So with this, you can actually go anywhere, and you can also move your body anywhere, so you don't feel like you're getting all tangled up inside of it either.
But it's that continuous use. And now this is the one you'll continually use when you see the most effectiveness of it.
Yeah, it really is. And what I like too is, so, you know, I talk about how our joints in our body are all connected, right? And so for instance, you can use this anywhere. If it's on your neck, your shoulders, your upper back, your lower back, your knees, your elbow. Where is it that your body's bothering you right now? For me, it shifts around. I gotta tell you, my back and my knees bother me, both of them almost every single day. So this moves where the pain is moving to for you there as well. And then one of the things that's really great about it is that it actually works on one charge for up to 10 30-minute therapy sessions. So one 45-minute charge makes this last 300 minutes. Each therapy session is 30 minutes. It will automatically turn off after 30 minutes. If you want to use it for 10, perfectly fine. You're just going to get more therapy sessions out of it, okay? So you see here on Donna, Donna's on the acupuncture setting, and you can see how it's popping on her a little bit faster into those muscles. The intensity and the frequency of what you're going to use the TENS will differ depending on what part of the body you're using it on. So you're going to know, most likely, most of us can handle a little bit more pressure in our shoulders, so we're going to crank it up a little bit more. But the rest of us might have a little bit more sensitivity around the elbow area or in the arm or the wrist area, so you might not crank it up as much. When you get this at home, this booklet is inside this box. Most of us tend to throw these booklets away. We don't read them. Please don't do that. There's a reason why. On the inside, I actually highlighted, it is the exact center of this booklet. And this page right here is what I highlighted. And this goes through all of the different therapy sessions. So this is what you're going to refer to every single time when you're doing this, because it actually goes through the scraping, the tapping, the acupuncture, the cupping, the tai chi, and the kneading, and it tells you the frequency at which they run. So when you're using this and you put it on, simple on-off button, right? So literally the button for on-off is in the middle. You hold it down for 3 seconds, that turns it on. This is also what takes you through the different therapy sessions. And then you have the positive and negative signs in order to be able to change the intensity levels on here as well.
So you'll find where you're comfortable. And it changes. You know, as you start using it, you're like, oh, wow, I can go a little bit stronger. And then for me, again, it was that continuous use. That was the difference. Tens, millions of people use it worldwide. I mean, it's kind of, you know, top athletes, you know, big time people who are using TENS unit on a regular basis. When you go cordless, that's the game changer. It truly is, because now you can keep going. I don't have time to sit around and wait. I want to go, go, go. It's funny because a friend of mine who I play tennis with, we go to tournaments together, and she brings this corded unit, and she always uses it at night because it's the end of the evening. She's noticed she's going to sit down, and I looked at her and I said, Ashley, you got to get a cordless unit. I said, it will change everything about using TENS, and you will use it because it's more convenient than a typical corded unit. Now, we have free shipping tonight. Yay. That's huge. We have free shipping, so take advantage of that. And it's only $39.99 with the free shipping, and we have 5 flex. You can get this home for $8. Here's what I think is so important, because for me, it was using it continuously, and cordless made it easy and effortless for me to do that. That's when I saw the biggest results. You have 30 days to try this out. If it's not working for you, send it back. But imagine, because remember, it temporarily reduces that pain and can eliminate that pain. It's like brushing your teeth. You do it every day because you know it's good for you. You do the TENS unit. Imagine not having to necessarily pop as many pills. I mean, again, I'm not giving any medical advice. Check with your doctor, do all that. But if you're in pain and you're popping a lot of stuff because of the pain, what if you had a more natural alternative, a safer alternative?
Well, and the other thing too is not only a more natural alternative. I mean, most of our doctors are telling us to take less and less of those pain relief things, right? Especially as we age, because they create other issues. But you know, beyond that, you can only take those every 4 to 6 hours. Some of them are every 12 hours, right? With this, there's no maximum amount of time that you need to use this or can use this. You can use this as often and as frequently as you want to. That's what's really beautiful about it. So if you're having your pain, so here's what happened to me. I was in a really bad car accident. I was in my 20s, right? And since that bad car accident, I have always felt a lot of terrible pain in my left shoulder. And I went to a lot of therapy. The very first thing they do is they put you on the TENS unit. They do it on both shoulders, right? Well, what I noticed was as my neck was turning to the right, I was turning my head to the right and tilting it this way, but I was complaining about pain in the left shoulder. When in actuality, all the therapists were like, yeah, but we need to put the TENS unit on your right shoulder because the reason everything here is being pulled, so you're feeling the stress here, but it's tight on the other side of your body because it's all connected. With this unit, you can then move it on both sides, right? So where my body's bothering me, where I feel it, it gives me the relief, but then it's also going to give me that therapy on the opposite side of the body in order to prevent that tension from building inside of there and creating other issues on the opposite side of the body. So it's sort of this, yin and yang that you've got to balance out.
And I love it, 20 intensity levels. And it's amazing because look at the unit. The unit's really quite small. So if you're going to go travel with it, because you're like, once you start using it, you don't want to not use it, right? That's what I discovered. And so it's easy to travel with it. Look, it takes up no space. So if you're going to go away for a week, and think about it, if maybe you're going to go overseas, because it's got such a long battery life, you don't have to worry about trying to plug it in. You can still take it on the go, which again, that's a big benefit having the wireless system.
And it's a USB charger on top of that, so you're going to be able to take that anywhere you're going. I actually had this on while we were doing our previous presentation underneath my shirt, and you didn't even know it. No kidding. I had it on, so nobody had any idea that I was wearing it during that, so I was getting a therapy session then too, which is really nice. So you are able to I had it just right underneath the shirt, just like this, just under the sleeve. Right. So you can really just see right there how it just goes and hides, and you can really wear it wherever it is that you're going to, whatever you want to do. And again, you can use this on anywhere on your body. I have it on my arm simply because it's the easiest way to demonstrate it here on television for you. But if you're using it on your knees, if you have knee pain, if you have elbow pain, if you have wrist pain, if you have neck pain, if you have upper shoulders, almost anywhere on your body, you're really capable of being able to get that therapy session from Copper Life by Tommy Copper. And you know that we target that muscle pain. We want to give you something that's going to really help you feel better and get back to living. That's our goal. We want you to play with your grandchildren. We want you to take those vacations. We want you to get in the car and get on the airplanes and get on the trains and take the tours and the buses and the cruises, And when you're not feeling well, what happens in life is you kind of don't want to do those things. Right. And so this is one of those things. This is just a tool in that box that you have in order to allow you to feel good enough to enjoy life again.
My pinch would happen every morning so hard it would take my breath away. It would hit and I'd be like, oh, holy moly. Like it was really painful. And I kind of had to wait and sort of work it out. And then about an hour or two, I was finally like, and I was popping pills to try to cover them because I wanted to go play tennis, for gosh sakes. So I did. And my husband was like, Suze, you got to stop taking the pain pills. And they were like aspirin or, like ibuprofen or whatever, right? And he even said it to me. He's like, you shouldn't be doing all that. And again, I couldn't figure out, I know TENS is always great for people. I knew that. And I know why do chiropractors say, put you on it. But you've got to make multiple appointments. It's the continuous use. The problem is if they're corded, that tends to be in the way, and you got the cords and you're tangled up in them, and you've got to be you got to be sedentary. With the cordless, that was the game changer for me. Once I went cordless and I used it on a regular basis, that's when I saw a huge difference. So now I am a massive fan of TENS therapy.
It makes such a big difference. I mean, it's that transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation, right? It sends that mild electrical current into your muscles and into your joints in order to help relax them and prevent the message of pain from getting from wherever it is in your body up into your brain. So you're not even registering anymore that part of your body's bothering you, that it's uncomfortable. And in the meantime, the more you use it, the better you feel as well.
You do.
You really do. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's so simple to put on too.
It is.
You put it on and you just turn the button on and find the therapy that you like, whether it's acupuncture or Tai Chi or cupping, and the pressure that you want up to 20 different times. It's really simple and easy to use.
And you guys, and again, it doesn't interrupt your day anymore. You just slap it. You could be in the middle of work and you're like, oh, ow, 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 ow. Stick it between your shoulders because you're hunched over that computer.
When your boss is really stressing you out, just keep putting the desk
on. Just keep moving it around your body. Laura, thank you.
Thank you.
Free shipping tonight. We've got it on sale as well. Everybody loves this. Please read the reviews on it too. It's a really big deal. We have it back in stock. And if you've never, ever, ever used a TENS unit before, I think you're going to be thrilled with this one. I'm telling you, the wireless really was the game changer personally for me. All right, so Miss Laura, thank you. We got to keep moving on. But first, I want to talk about this lovely coffee table that you see below me. Do you know, up until about a week ago, I didn't know we sold coffee tables. I'm sorry, I didn't know it. And I've asked everybody I've met here, anybody else, and they're like, nope, didn't know it either. But we have the best coffee tables. Look how cool that coffee table is. I am so jonesy. I was sitting on my couch yesterday, and I'm looking at my coffee table I currently have, which is really kind of ugly and boring. And I was thinking about that coffee table right there. Well, we have a huge selection of coffee tables, actually. And many of them are up to 20% off. We even have end tables. Like, it's incredible how cool these tables are. They're all 5 flex for the weekend because we have a big weekend event happening where we're falling into fall. You know, summer's wrapping up, and we've got some great fall deals going on. So please check it out and use that 5 flex and get yourself a new coffee table. All right, we have to move on. And this thing, I have never ever sat in this before until about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. And the interesting thing about this is the minute you sit in it, you go, oh, wow. Oh, okay, this is really different. I get it now. This is a weekly deal drop. Now, here's something kind of crazy. Usually, we drop our deals a week out. Nope, not tonight. We are literally launching this tonight in the show for the first time, and the deal ends tomorrow night. You have 24 hours to get what is normally a week's deal. So, nope, you got 24. It should be called the 24-hour deal. 2 colors. We're going to have this one, which is going to be, Matthew, what's this one called? I don't have the colors on here. We're calling this one white, and I'm calling this one black, white and black. Matthew, I want to get you out here anyway. This is Matt Peters. He joins us. He is a registered nurse. He brings us amazing health products. It's good to see you as always.
And this is, you too, Suzanne, and this is one of the most amazing yet. Okay, so for those of you who do not know me, we've been working together for years and years. The only reason that I appear on HSN and that I show up here to communicate with all of you watching at home is when there's something that is real game changer, a difference maker. So to me, here's the thing. Number one, I love the guys that make this product. So your Posture Pro lumbar support is made by folks such as ex-military veterans who needed to, you know, have that comfortable posture and had to address some issues. With me, I've been looking for the right support while I was sitting in a comfortable position to give me that proper support. And you see that S shape right there. I had never been able to find something until Posture Pro. So on that note, Suzanne, I want to start before we get into the instant visual that you're going to see at home, why you need this tomorrow morning and every day after this. Look at the review. Okay, this is new to HSN. You can't find this anywhere else for this deal that we have here. And there's one review that I loved seeing roll in, and that's a 5-star review that just said, I was a little antsy on, basically I'm paraphrasing, on getting my Posture Pro because I didn't see any reviews yet, but I'm so glad I did. So I want you to take that momentum because there aren't too many things, everybody, that you can get home. You can instantly sit on and instantly get feedback. And so, Suzanne, before we go any further with this, and we're gonna get to Donna, we're gonna show the before and after and kind of how this works with you and how it's gonna work when you get this home. Talk to me about how you feel sitting on the Posture Pro.
It was amazing. I literally walked over there for the first time because I've never even seen it before, sat down, and it was like this, whoa. Like, that was my first thought in my head. It felt so different. I could almost, it felt like my chest wasn't sunken in and like, weighty. It felt like it really opened everything up. Like, what is it specifically designed to do?
Okay, so I want to start with the shape. So that is not an accidental shape. There's a lot of science that goes behind that, and that's a perfect S-curve right there. So what this does, and I'm going to repeat this over and over again because it's going to support comfortable posture, okay? So it's going to support your posture in a comfortable way during sitting, prolonged sitting, sitting for 5 minutes, it doesn't matter. What I notice using my Posture Pro is, first of all, I can carry it anywhere. So, and I lift this up right here in your hands, really, Suzanne. It weighs about 2 pounds. It's, you know, I can't use the word indestructible on air. I'm not going to use that at all. What I can tell you is that it's tested to support up to 800 pounds. And you see this, what I get from this is instantly when I sit on the Posture Pro, I find out that I'm a little bit elevated in my seat. My mom always told me to sit up straight. I never did. There's reasons why we sit up straight, and it's because we want to be comfortable. The most comfortable position is also going to be that best position that gets you in that exact posture. Right? So what it's going to do is you can notice my sits bones are a little bit elevated than they would if I'm just sitting on the chair. My shoulders are naturally back, and it actually engages your abs without even thinking about it. And we're gonna see on Donna in just a minute how this does this, because at home, everybody, when you get your Posture Pro and you put it on that chair for the very first time tomorrow morning with that cup of coffee and you're reading the newspaper or you're on your computer checking social media, you're gonna notice that you feel that instantly. So go ahead, Susan.
I was just gonna say, you know, I'm a huge crafter. And so crafters, we spend hours and hours and hours sitting in a chair because we're working on little pieces of paper and little stuff. This is a game changer for those of us who I just think of my husband, he works from home. We have lousy chairs in our house. And he's a computer software analyst. So he's on 8-10 hours a day, hunched over a computer. It's like almost a must-have.
It's everything. And so I'm gonna tell you just a little story about my mother, okay? So your mom always tells you to sit up straight. My mom told me the same thing. You know what my mom always did? And Donna, I'm gonna do something a little unorthodox. I'm gonna borrow this chair real quick. Okay? So let's do this. And I wanna show, and trust me, I know you're comfortable, so we're gonna get you right back there. So this is my mom every morning, okay, before Posture Pro, and she would be doing her thing and having her coffee, and then you know what she would do, Suzanne? She'd stand up and go to do something else, and she'd go like this, and she'd move around and she'd wince and she'd kind of get up because the chair was killing her back. Donna, camera crew, I'm sorry to step right in front of you, but take a look at this. And this is what I want everybody to realize. Instantaneously, effortlessly put you into that most comfortable position. So you notice a couple of things here. Donna's lifted her sits bones, which basically her rear end is lifted a little bit above her seat, so she's sitting up nice and tall. And you see how high up this back goes. So there are so many possibilities, and it's endless, Suzanne. You're gonna have this on bleacher seats at your grandkids' soccer games.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, or soccer, there's not too many bleachers.
Because it actually gives you a backrest.
Absolutely. And the backrest, and what I want you to do, Donna, for everybody, is just gently lean back for us, okay? So if you want to use your instinct and be comfortable and lean back, look how straight up and down Donna's shoulders are. She doesn't have to think about it. She has these wings that cradle her and support her on the sides. It's just perfect visual to look at. So she's in that straight up and down posture. I want to emphasize that the right posture is the most comfortable posture. And what I notice, and Donna, you can nod or shake your head if you agree or disagree, because I want everybody to get the truth here. What I notice is that when I use my Posture Pro, and I'm using that from chair to chair, and I use it in my car because my car is 10 years old and I don't have lumbar support in my car.
I hadn't thought about the car, of course.
But you know what I notice is I notice that I'm a lot more energized. So when I stand up, and I go about my day, or I'm going from place to place, and I'm trying to work on my computer and things like that, I don't have that work-in period, you know, because I'm getting a little older too, everybody, we all are. I don't have that ramp-up period to start moving around after, because Posture Pro gets me in the most comfortable and the most effective position to support my posture without me thinking about it.
I feel like it takes the weight off my chest. Does that make sense? Like if you're slumped over, you just feel like you're so closed in on your chest, it feels weight. When you sit in this, it immediately puts you, look at that, you can even tell. I'm sitting in it right now. It puts you in a more upright position. I actually think I breathe deeper.
Yeah, you know what?
Because you got, you know, your lungs have more capacity because you're sitting up. You're not all scrunched over and crunched in. Look at that, isn't that amazing? And I like that there's a little bit of flexibility, but it's still firm.
Yes. It's amazing how that works. And I'm gonna come over next to you, Donna, because if we're in a flat seat, let's say we're having a family get together and you have maybe a footrest or an ottoman. Look at that. I mean, and I'm gonna kind of turn to the side so you can see this. Look what this does instantly is it allows me to just sit up straight and use this as a comfortable seat. And I'm gonna swivel over here. This is something that I would have to be doing this or manually doing this to get in that right posture. It's not easy to do if you have to think about it all the time, right? But even on, like I said, stadium seats, bleacher seats, you're in that perfect position without even thinking about it. And the other thing I love about it, and this is why that review came in and everybody needs to listen to this, is that I always experience that when I use something to help me with that correct posture and most comfortable posture, many times I almost need a break-in period because I feel like it's something my body needs to get used to.
that's a great point.
There is no break-in period with
No.
Posture Pro. You instantly get that feedback. I'm telling you, everybody, trust me, when you get this home, like my mom, like myself, as soon as you sit on this for the very first time, you're gonna know that you will not wanna go without it, and it's gonna last you for years and years.
Let's talk about the cushioning on here too. It's so soft. It's just got the right amount of cush, but not too much. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And can you talk about that a little bit? Because I love how these little pads feel.
I love that. And first of all, the way that surface glides, and there are also the ventilation on the bottom, so it's going to keep you nice and airy. See that? So you're going to have that in between your seat. That padding it's just like an acupressure padding. So on my sits bones, on my tailbone, as I'm sitting here on this hard surface, I don't notice it.
Yes, that's true. I think this would be the greatest stadium seat.
Oh,
my
it's
gosh.
perfect.
You know, people try to take seats to the stadium and they're all lame-o. This is and it's very lightweight, so it's not heavy to carry at all.
2
and
pounds.
you said it's an 800-pound capacity.
800-pound capacity. And you know what? If you weigh 100 pounds, if you weigh 150 pounds, if you weigh 600 pounds, okay, great. We have the weight range. But what I want to emphasize is 800-pound capacity means that this is something you can count on. It's a product that's gonna last. It's so durable. And like I said, I do not come in here if something hasn't changed the way my day goes. And I've noticed as I gotten a little bit older that it does take me a little bit longer. And if I'm sitting in a chair in the wrong position, folks,
oh gosh, yeah.
forget about it. It
I
takes
really
me some
experience
time
that
to
when
get
I'm
going.
crafting now too, because if you're a crafter like I am, we will sit for hours and hours, and I think I'm okay, and then when I go to get up, it's like, oh, daggone it.
Yeah.
And really think about anybody, a long distance truck driver. If you've got anybody who sits in an office, like you might be an assistant to somebody, or you're sitting at a desk all day. My husband's a software analyst, 10 hours sitting in really lousy chairs at our house. Because at the office, they have the good ergonomic chairs, but not at your home, you don't. So if you know anybody who drives long distances, we all sit probably more than we should.
Yes.
And why not sit and actually be more comfortable? And it's clearly better for you to sit more upright in that proper position.
Yes. So when we're standing, we're compressing. When we're sitting, we're compressing. Donna, I want you to do me a favor and stand up one more time. And then what I want you to do is have a nice seat on the chair without your Posture Pro.
Probably feels funny not having it.
Okay, so take a look at Donna's position right now, all right? She does not have that support. Her shoulders, I can notice that they're a little slumped. And here's this thing, everybody, you always feel like you're in a comfortable position until you try to get up and walk out of it. Now, Donna, I want everybody to see instantly, if you could stand up for me real quick. And I want to show everybody, again, this is instant feedback. 2 pounds, she can take this anywhere. Look at that, folks. That is without Donna having any effort at all. She's not leaning forward. She's straight up and down. If she wants to lean back, she can. You have that flexibility to lean back a little bit. That means that you can enjoy this instantly and have that comfort, Suzanne, and not have to worry about anything else. You have to try this, folks, because it's something that until you try it, you cannot believe it for yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's a very unique experience too. And again, a couple pounds, so it's really lightweight to carry it around. I would assume you can just probably wipe it off with a washcloth or whatever.
Easy to clean. A
Damp
little bit
water.
of soap and water and you're good to go.
Good to go. Okay,
Yes.
very good. Also, if you know anybody who just has to sit for a long time, they
the
might
best
not
gift.
be capable of getting up and moving around so much anymore.
Yeah.
This would be amazing. It's actually incredibly comfortable to actually sit upright.
So
Because
much.
most of the time, trying to sit up straight, you don't do it well, and it's uncomfortable and it gets exhausting. This does it so naturally and easy.
It makes it fun, actually.
It does kind of make
Yep.
it fun. It's very different. All right, Matthew, good to see you as always.
Thank you, you too.
All right, guys, stay right here. We have Dr. Ho coming up next. He's literally helped millions of people around the world as one of the leading chiropractors, and he brings us the motion sizer. You'll see it next.
Hey, it's Chef Shahir. Check out our press chopper and mixer from Kitchen HQ. You got 3 blades of action to help with all your prep. Think onions, parsley, herbs, garlic, quick salsas, dips. You can even whip cream and peel garlic. And of course, like all things Kitchen HQ, comes in a variety of so many different colors, like black, red, white, teal, and even 2 marble options. Everything's easy to clean. Take out that 3-blade system, put it into your dishwasher along with the bowl, and we thought of everything comes with a lid. So once you're done your prep, put the lid on, store it in your fridge. Get yours by scanning the QR code or use the item number on hsn.com or the HSN app. Thank you.
We understand every woman's skin is unique. We offer real beauty solutions, empowering women to achieve healthy, radiant-looking skin. Genuine beauty begins with skin.
We're making bigger even better with our supersize values, and they're available only at HSN. Supersize values are based on the price per ounce of the same item in a smaller size. However, they do not reflect a price at which HSN would sell the item. Have questions? Call us at 1-800-284-3900.
Dr. Ho's Motion Sizer is innovative. It provides passive motion, vibration massage, and it also includes heat. As a chiropractor, I feel very confident to recommend the Dr. Ho Motion Sizer for patients who are older and sitting for long periods of time.
Well, I have to tell you, I have not seen Dr. Ho in a really long time, so welcome back. We have not had on the Motion Sizer since February when it sold out. And I remember doing it with you in February when it sold out, and I'm so tickled it's back. And it is the most interesting concept, I think, in the world.
I love it. Okay, right now, as we sit in this very cold studio, I love this thing because the heat therapy is warm up the bottom of my feet, it's warm up my toes. It just feels so good. Listen. If you sit for long hours every day, whether you do this at home or at work, you need the motion sizer under your feet. Suzanne, we all know that when we sit for hours without moving our legs and feet, it's very uncomfortable. Your legs get heavy, they get tired, they just don't feel good. And it's also not healthy for you. But when you have the motion sizer, it keeps your joints and muscle moving in a very gentle, continuous passive motion without work, without effort, and your legs, your joints and muscle, they will feel good and comfortable every day while you sit. It is wonderful. I mean, in my clinic, I see people leg issues every day.
Yes,
okay?
and you've seen thousands and thousands of patients.
I've been in practice for almost 35 years.
Yes,
and we now have our products in over 40 countries. So I visit all my customers and patients around the world. Yeah. I know what you need. I'm getting older. We just talking. I turned 64, almost 65. So, I need this product just like everybody else, okay? We all know we need to exercise, but most of us, getting all the exercise we need for our legs and feet is a big challenge. For our senior friends out there, you need this. Office workers, drivers, students, and for those of you who have health issues, mobility issues, where you cannot do active exercise, you need this.
Because
this can make you feel so good.
Explain to it what's happening. It's actually, you're getting active exercise sitting there right now.
Well, passive exercise.
Passive exercise,
okay.
but
listen,
it's
go
actually,
ahead, take your shoes off first. Let's do it together.
This is really funny. I am in these pointy boots, and my feet are crammed in these shoes. So I told Dr. Hope when we were in the break, I'm like, I couldn't wait to take these things off because my feet are killing me.
Well, that's one reason why you need the motion sizer.
I'm not moving, but it's moving my muscles. Okay, the heat. Oh, that feels so good.
Isn't that great?
Oh, the heat is so good.
I want you to experience that heat. This is deep, soothing infrared heat. It's just wonderful. Okay, now we're gonna turn it on. Now it's got this remote control, so you don't have to bend down. I just hit the remote control. Woo.
Oh my gosh.
And that's it. It is so easy for you to use. There's no age limit, there's no fitness level limit. This is designed for everyone. Now, what this is what we call a passive motion exercise machine. What that means is you don't have to do any work. There's no sweating, there's no straining of your muscle, joints, or soft tissue, because the machine will automatically and continuously move your joints, the ankle joint, the hip joint, the knee joint. It'll continuously move and shake up all your muscle, your hip muscles, your quad muscle, your hamstring, your shin, and especially your calf muscle.
But it's making your legs work out.
It's giving you a passive motion movement. And
wild.
Movement is so important.
Right.
The body needs to move.
Yes.
We all know when we sit for a long time, we don't feel good. Just imagine this. If you have an old door with rusty hinges, you go, it doesn't want to move. But if you continuously move it back and forth, hopefully put some grease on it too, and then it's gonna move okay. But if you don't move that door, those rusty hinges, they will get more rusty, and after a while, they just don't want to move at all. Well, that's like your body, your joints, and your muscle need to move. And with our current lifestyle, we all sit so much in the car, in the office, and as we get older,
computer.
okay, when the weather's extreme especially, you tend to be stuck at home a lot of time, sitting, okay? Now, one thing I love about this machine, you can use it during work, okay? You can use it in the office. You can use it while you're reading a book, okay? You can use it while you're watching your favorite TV show. It is effortless, and it's very quiet. You can even take a nap while you do it. That's my mom's favorite.
Does she fall asleep?
She will use this after lunch, and she will take a nap on this, like this. After lunch, I see it like this all the time. It is absolutely wonderful. If you really want to know how this feels, get this home and do this test. Okay, do this for about 20 minutes, okay? And then when you take your feet off, just take your feet off for a second.
Oh, it's like, they're like tingling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the most strange but wonderful sensation at the bottom of your feet.
So
and that
good.
heat, it warms up the bottom of your feet, your toes, and it kind of rises up. It's just so relaxing. And you're gonna have the control right here. You got 10 speed. So now right now it's at low speed. So it mimics the motion of a slow walk. So your joints and muscle are moving nice and slow, nice and comfortable. Just keep everything feeling good and comfortable. But if you want a deep vibrational massage, you just turn up the intensity, the speed. Here we go, Suzanne, you ready?
And does it have an automatic timer?
Yes, okay. It'll turn off in 20 minutes, okay? But you can use it for as long as you like. There's no limit. Okay?
Yeah, you can really feel
I love it, okay? And you can look at, okay, if I just put my leg in a certain spot, you can actually see the movement, okay? Look at even your pants are shaking.
My pants literally are literally my knees, my thighs are shaking. And it actually is doing everything from the toes all the way up to the hips.
Put your hands on your legs.
Yeah, watch this. Look at my fingers.
You can feel it, okay? You can put your hand on your hip. You can feel the movement in your hip joint, the hip muscle, especially the knee.
Here, you guys do me a favor. Can you zoom in on my fingers?
Yeah.
Because this is clear up to my knee. And you think, now, look at that. Look how wild that is. And here's what I can read that amazes me. It moves your joints and pumps your muscles.
Yes.
So, what's the other way of pumping your muscles? Getting out and walking, having to move, lifting weights, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Pushing on big weight machines, whatever. This is literally moving your joints and pumping your muscles. And all you do is sit to let it work.
Hey.
That is amazing to me.
I love active exercise, but we also need passive exercise.
Right.
Because we sit. We cannot do active exercise for many hours a day, but you can sit many hours a day and use a motion sensor under your legs and feet. Let me use a little demonstration.
Is there too much using it? Let's say you sit at the desk all day long, you're at your home office. I mean, can I use it multiple times a day, or do I even need to?
You know what, I love to play basketball.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I play almost every day, and at my age, I always get so uncomfortable after I play.
Right.
And I would use this like for the entire day at the office, so I can play again that night.
The next day, okay, got it.
Let me show you this,
That's
okay?
awesome.
I got a bag of water, just plain old tap water here. This will show you how the motion sensor at various speed can move your joints to shake up your muscle and to agitate the fluid dynamic inside. So at low speed, it's simply a slow walk, very nice and comfortable. At high speed, I'm gonna turn up, woo! You see?
Look at the water
now,
popping.
It's a deep vibrational massage that's very soothing. Wow. And you can feel that vibration, that soothing sensation from your toes all the way up to your knees, up to your hip. Your entire leg and feet will feel so wonderful. Now, Suzanne, I want you to do another test. In fact, you can do this test when you get home. Put one leg on the motion sensor and the other one on the floor, like you normally do.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Can you now tell the benefit?
It's huge.
Huge difference.
Yes, huge difference.
Okay, when you get this home, okay, if you don't have to believe anything I say, just try this test. One leg, like you normally do on the floor, not moving too much, so it's probably gonna feel tired and heavy and uncomfortable, when you sit. And the other leg on the motion sensor, and feel how refreshed that feels. Your joints are moving, your knees are moving, your hips moving, all the muscle, the calf muscle, shin muscle, quadricep, hamstring, they all moving. And you know what? It moves in that small amplitude, a really small range of motion, so your feet's not like bouncing all over the place. Yeah. So that means you can work, you can read, you can watch TV, you can even take a nap there, because it's very quiet.
Oh, it really is amazing. I'm so tickled it's back. So here's what happened. You were back here in February with it.
That's right.
It completely sold out in February. We've got it back today for the first time. So it's been a ton of months. Like, it takes a long time to get this back. And first time we're airing it since he's sold out in last February. So here's what I want you to try. And then I guess we're going to go to a tape real quick here in just a second. But get this at home. You have 30 days. You will feel a difference the minute you put your feet on it. You can feel it just sitting here. And when you go to take your feet off, that tingling feeling. And notice what's happening. I'm gonna put my hand all the way up here. Do you see how my fingernails are actually jiggling up here? That's because it works all the way up to your hip. Now, you gotta listen to this. This is what's crazy. It's going to move your joints and it's going to pump your muscles. So for those of you who maybe thought, oh, I'm gonna get that little thing that I bike pedal, that's hard to do and still concentrate on working. This, you just put your feet on it. You will not be distracted from your normal work. Or if you have somebody who's sedentary and has to sit all day long because they might be a little older or having some problems, nothing's easier than this. You just put your feet on it, and guess what? That whole lower body area is getting your joints moving and your muscles pumping. That is amazing without having to physically go work out. Dr. Ho, if you don't mind, we're gonna go to tape and then we'll come back to you. Is that all right? So here's Erica. We'd like to hear what she has to say and her results by using it.
I lead a really active life, or at least I try to. When I used the motion sizer for the first time, I was completely impressed. The vibration feels like a massage. It's incredible. There's like a heating element in it, and it's very relaxing. After a session with the motion sizer, I feel completely at ease. I feel completely relaxed. I usually use the motion sizer after a tennis match or after I've gone for a run. It's great to help me unwind. I love it.
When I opened the box, I looked at it, I wasn't sure, what is this gonna do for me? Plugged it in, put my feet on it. I felt that was special. I was surprised. It really is a nice, relaxing feeling. The vibrations really go up and down the leg, and it helps, it feels good. In addition to the vibration that you could change, there's also some heat, and it really is amazing. It sort of soothes the bottom, warms up, relaxes the muscles, and it's a nice feeling.
The heat, 10 level of speed. We combine the passive, continuous movement in your joints, your muscle, and the deep heat rising from your bottom of your feet. You're gonna feel so good. You're gonna feel comfortable, relaxed, and at ease. And I highly recommend this for anyone who sits for hours a day. Our senior friends out there, you need to use this. You're gonna experience wonderful sensations every day when you sit. Office workers, okay, students, drivers, and all those you who work hard on your legs all day. If you exercise, play sports, walking, standing, or working your feet, when you come home, you wanna have the motion sizer there so you can relax and refresh everything. So you're gonna feel so good. Look, Donna's sitting here, doing work in her office desk. She can use this while she's reading, working on a computer, watching her favorite TV show. And listen, it's very quiet. It will do not disrupt your usual work. And some people actually take a nap, like my mom. She would take a nap while using this. It is really good. And the thing is, you are in full control. With this little remote control, you don't have to bend down. There's 10 level speed, so by pressing the plus button, I can increase the speed. Donna, you like the high speed or the lower speed?
High speed.
High speed, okay. Now the high speed gives you like a deep vibrational soothing massage. The lower speed mimics the slow movement of walking. Now what it'll do, it'll move the ankle joint, rock it up and down. It'll move the knee joint and the hip joint. At the same time, we're activating, shaking the quad muscle, the hip muscle, the hamstring, the shin, and the calf muscle. And when you get the muscles moving and the joint moving, it's gonna keep your legs and feet feeling good and comfortable every day while you're sitting, okay? Now, let me again use this water bag to show you. Okay, actually, before I do that, Donna, put one foot on the ground. Now, you tell me which leg feel better.
Oh, this one.
This is the test you must do at home. Just, put one foot on and the other one on the ground, and you'll see the tremendous comfort, the tremendous good sensation you get when your feet is, when you have the motion sizer under your feet. Now, let me show you this here. This is just a bag of water. It shows you the rocking motion, okay, of the motion sizer. We have to move the joints, move and shake the muscle, and agitate the fluid dynamic inside your legs and feet. So imagine how good you will feel when you sit with this, okay? Listen, our body is a mechanical machine. We make with muscles and joints and nerves, etc. Our muscles and joints need to move, okay? If you don't move, it's very unhealthy and it's very uncomfortable. A lot of you sit all day and your legs feel heavy, they're tired, okay? They're uncomfortable. But if you sit with the motion sizer under your feet, you're gonna feel good all day long while you sit. Just try it. It's good for everyone, regardless of your age or your fitness level. And I suggest you get two, one for the office and one for home. Not only that, get one as a gift for your grandparents, your mom and dad, your spouse, anyone you know that sit for long hours or who are tired feet from doing everyday activity. They will love you for it.
Well, I think so, Dr. Ho, anybody who's rather immobile. Like, because remember, if someone's at home and they're not moving around, they are not getting their muscles moving. They're not getting the joints moving. So if you know someone who's unfortunately kind of really limited in their mobility, I think this is a must-have, and I'm going to explain how you can do that. Right now, this is so exciting. We're $70 off the regular price, Dr. Ho.
Wow.
$70 off. This is normally almost $300 here on HSN, and that's an amazing value. Thank you for doing that. Here's what you won't get after tomorrow. You also will not get the flex pay. Our 5 flex is only through the weekend. And while I have maybe 500 total left now for the whole weekend, that 5 flex ends tomorrow. So if you use a major credit card, you can get this home for $43.99. Not only are we $70 off, not only do we have 5 flex only through tomorrow, but we also have free shipping. And this isn't a box of earrings, okay? It's a pretty nice size box. So you're actually saving on the shipping as well. So that's substantial when you add the shipping to this. Do we know how much the shipping normally is, Brandon? Yeah, well, here, we'll pop it up. So what is it? So add that to the 70. So now we're $70 off. We
Wow.
save another 50. So we're $85 off, and we're giving you 5 flex, and that's only through tomorrow. So that little magic combination of the 5 flex, the free shipping, and the price savings, you got to get it right now while we have only a couple hundred left. This sold out in February completely. And think about it, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. It took you almost 6 months
We
to
have
get it
been
back in
sold
stock.
out across Europe for the last, 6 months or more now.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
And
this
here
thing,
too.
the reviews online are incredible. And thank you so much for leaving your review on hsn.com. Really appreciate your
What's
time.
the reaction normally like from people?
People, let's see, one story I love on HSN review is that the lady bought it for her husband. And her husband just think this is the best thing, and she felt she really helped her husband just because she got this for him.
Wow.
So this really is one of the most perfect gift you can give to someone who sit all day and with a tired feet, because this makes you feel good, and it's a really good value buy. Why? Because you're gonna use it. Listen, you put this under your desk, under your favorite chair. Oh, by the way, look, there's a little handle here. So what most people do at home, they put under their favorite chair, then they just pull it out. And look, it's solid, it's very quiet, it's good engineering. It'll give you years of service, okay? This is not just a simple machine. It's got special technology inside that gives us smooth, continuous movement. It's made to move and move and move for many years, because when it moves, it'll keep you moving, and that's our goal, okay?
It totally does, yeah. And a lot of times when people think, oh, wait, I love this. Talk about using it on your calf area, Doc, if you will.
Oh, yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of a long, hard day, especially the type of person that tend to stand all day, walk all day, or work on your feet. Well, when you come home, just put your legs up. Okay, the benefit of raising your legs. And you can move the muscle, move the joint, just for a nice, deep relaxation massage. It just feels good. You can do this on your bed. I have one set up at the end of the bed here. I usually do this before I go to bed because I actually read an article that people who live a long, healthy life, they always soak their feet in warm water, in hot water before they go to bed. So I got the heating plate under my motion sizer here. So I want to keep my feet nice and warm before I go to sleep. I get cold feet all the time. I get cold feet in the wintertime, obviously. And in the summertime, a lot of people got air conditioning very high, and my toes get so cold. When I put my feet on this, my toes warm up, my feet warm up, and I got very happy feet. So you're gonna really enjoy this heat with the continuous passive motion in your muscles and joint. It just feels so good and so relaxing. I'm gonna go back to Donna here, see how she's doing. Hey, Donna, how are you enjoying this? It is so easy. That's the beautiful thing. You don't have to do any work. It does all the work for you. No straining, no sweating, okay? You're just gonna enjoy a wonderful deep vibrational massage and passive continuous movement on your joints, on your muscles, and you need it, okay?
We
all
I was
need to
thinking
move.
too, Dr. Ho, is for people who stand all day long.
Oh,
I was
yes.
just standing for 3 straight hours on really uncomfortable shoes. I wish
Yes.
they were a little more comfortable. But if you stand, if you're at a warehouse, if you're a teacher walking all day, a nurse, a doctor, anybody in the health field, and you
Yes.
guys are flying back and forth trying to help patients all day, to come home
Yes.
and guess what? you're actually getting exercise. It's passive exercise. And I'm telling you, the massage, the heat, it's so relaxing. And guess what? My legs and my body, the lower half of my body are working out.
Listen, after the treatment, okay, your legs and feet will feel nice and supple. And when you walk on it, it's nice and comfortable and it feels good. And when your toes and joints and muscles been moving, it just feels good. I mean, we all need that. How many times you get up and you want to go for a walk and say, but I don't feel good. But if you can use a machine that can keep you feeling good and comfortable, guess what? You will actually do more active exercise because you will feel like doing it, okay? Right. And I use this after I fly. Because after I fly, my leg feels so heavy, so stiff, and I go home, I use this, and it feels amazing.
That's great. All right, Dr. Ho, it's so good to see you.
So good to see you,
It's been
Suzanne.
a long time. Guys, stay right there on the line for it. I know we're pretty darn busy. If you want to see more details, go to hsn.com. We're wrapping it up for now. We've got a brand new Today's Special with Skin coming up with Miss Michelle, and we're doing it at this very moment. Let's go.
Hey, welcome in, everyone. Happy Sunday morning to you. Coming up in about 20 seconds here, and that means a brand new Today's Special. My name is Michelle Yarn, and I'm very happy to be spending the next 2 hours with all things skin cosmetics. This is a research and development lab right here in the U.S., all about developing the best skincare and cosmetics you can possibly find, and it's our best value of the day.